The economy, it's firing on all cylinders. Unemployment levels at times all-time lows. Consumer optimism near all-time highs. Today, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell saying more interest rate hikes are on the way, but he's going to do it in a way that did not spook the market. And President Trump tweeting, "Our economy is setting records on virtually every front, probably the best our country has ever done. Tremendous value created since the election. The world is respecting us again. Companies are moving back to the USA." Joining me now on the phone, Foster Freeze, billionaire investor, former Wyoming Republican gubernatorial candidate. Foster, thanks for joining the show.
Charles, it's always a delight to be with you. I love you, man. What's up? Tell me what's going on.
Well, that's why we got you on, because you know it all. And I think a lot of people in recent years have sort of associated you with politics. But I just want the audience to understand who we're talking to right now. You were once called the century's greatest investor. In 2001, Business Week said maybe the longest surviving successful growth stock picker. I mean, you made billions investing in the stock market, investing in America, believing in America. Are you seeing parallels now to those periods in your career where the opportunities seem boundless?
Charles, someone, my wife or someone must have told you I crave affirmation. So thanks for those kind comments. I'm delighted to receive those, but I stand on the shoulders of the team who made it happen. But it is very exciting as I travel around Wyoming and see some of these companies that are really spurring the economy. Just people I don't think realize when you can depreciate something in the first year, and he wasn't going to buy that, but he said, look, I have a $100,000 piece of equipment I can depreciate in the first year, bang. Think of the impact that has in stimulating the economy. And then when you take that huge drop in tax rates, and then with the crumbs that AT&T threw out, $400 million, I think they have, 400,000 employees and a $1,000 check to each. So that can't help but create an incredible surge to the demand. And the question is, what's going to be the after multiply effect of that? Because you certainly can't have the impact of that depreciation in the first year, or the impact of all that money flowing in. So we'll need to wait. But boy, I'll tell you, things look great to me.
They look great. And, listen, obviously you could quibble with the notion that this is the best the economy ever has been. But I would equate it to watching Tiger Woods a couple of weeks ago at that PGA Championship. If he would have won, it wouldn't have been the best Tiger Woods, but it would have been a Tiger Woods that we thought was gone, that we thought never could come back. And I see that with this economy. 4.3%, which is where the Atlanta Fed has the current quarter after another 4% growth. We didn't think this was possible anymore, Foster. So in a way, that's something to celebrate, isn't it?
Well, now, Charles, have those employment numbers gotten more realistic? Because a lot of times the employment numbers go down because they take people out of the workforce. But I do believe there's more people working than ever. But it would be nice if we could have a figure to say how many people are not working as opposed to unemployed. Because I think that's a phony number where they say, well, you're not employed because you're not looking for a job. I'd like to get a closer look at those numbers. But be that as it may, things seem to be rolling very well. However, Charles, remember, the success that I enjoyed was not versus the market. I told all my clients, never invest in the stock market, invest in individual businesses. And where we made our mark was, how do we find companies that are doing better than people expect? Everybody expected it to do well.
Sure.
It's discount the price of the stock. So this is, I think, sometimes a harder market for guys who are in my different approach, because people just seem to be playing the market rather than individual companies.
Yeah, but but by the same token, and I understand what you're saying, particularly with these big tech, high-flying names leading the way and sort of sucking up all the oxygen in the room, we still need that great economic backdrop. I mean, think about this week. What stood out? These retail numbers driven by people actually leaving their homes, Foster. They weren't sitting in the corner. They weren't sitting on the sofa. They went out. They've gone to restaurants. They're going to the mall. They're spending money. They've got shopping bags in their hands. And it's reflected not only in the record highs we saw today, but I think it's reflected in these job numbers, and it's going to continue for some time.
There's huge demand for jobs. Out in Wyoming, there's so many jobs available, all kinds of jobs. Wendy's the other day couldn't run their a drive-through window because they couldn't find people to work. And I think that's true not only in Wyoming, but perhaps all over America. So we have to make sure we encourage that.
Yeah. Foster Freeze, it's always a pleasure. You're a legend on many fronts, and we appreciate you taking out the time to spend with us on this record-breaking day.
Well, Charles, you're one of my heroes, so keep up the good work. And come to Jackson Hole or Scottsdale to come visit me.
Hey, listen, I haven't been there in a couple years, but I love Jackson Hole, so you'll see it. Get the fly fishing equipment ready.